Hi everyone. It's a very short example. I want to show you how to format cells automatically as per the user value. So I'm going to put in the product and the sales amount. Like this. Now what we would like to do is to first go to view and remove all the grid lines. So it looks like this. And let's also align everything to the left. And we are coloring the heading. Perfect. Now what we want to do is that there should be a border applied to all these three rows because there is a value in it. For example, if I put in a D, then in that case, there should not be a border because we don't have the sales value next to it. We need to have a D and a 4 or a 5 so that the border is applied. So the condition that we will keep here is that on these cells, I will apply a conditional formatting and then new rule, and we will use a formula to determine which cells to format. So we will say that equal to, and the first cell, that is B3, is not equal to blank. And we also want to say that C3 is not equal to blank. And then we format. Let's apply a color, and we will also apply a border. Let me go to the rule. Great. So as you can see here, we're saying that B3 should not be equal to blank, and then C3 also should not be equal to blank. So we get this border here, right? Now, the reason it is not getting applied to column C is because the column has to be frozen here. So we just put a dollar on only B and C. Remember, no dollar on 3 because it has to become 4 and 5 and 6 like that. And now you notice we get a border in both places. And if I copy the format with format painter, let's say in these cells, right now there is no format, but if I enter a D, nothing happens. But the moment we enter a 4, you notice that the format comes automatically. This can be a huge time saver because this means that if you have inserted some products and you have not inserted the numbers next to it, it's easier for you to spot where are the numbers missing because the colors tell you that. And also it helps you save the repetitive tasks, which means that you don't have to manually come and change the color every time. That happens on its own. Now, one other thing we can do to make it even better is to have a color on it, which means that if either of these values are blank, for example, in the case of G and H, you notice there is no sales value. And in the case of 10 and 11, there is no product code next to it. So we would like a red color so that it's even clearer what we are trying to do. So I'm again going to go to conditional formatting, manage rules, and we'll copy the format. So edit rule, and I'll copy the same thing. We will create a new rule. Let's paste the same thing here. Now, what we want to say here is that if either of these are blank, which means either B6 is equal to blank or C6 is equal to blank, what should happen? Let's see. We would like the color to change. So we don't want a border here, and we want the color to be a red color like this. And let's apply this format everywhere. And let me just make sure that the format has been applied properly. So we go to manage rules, and then we see that the cell selection is not correct. It should be B. Okay, let's do it one more time. So let me remove the format, and let's apply the format one more time. So conditional formatting, manage rules, and we want to apply this on B3, and this would be on C3. Okay, something doesn't seem to be working, so let's quickly check that. So we're saying that or, and this time we want to say or, not equal to, but equal to blank, like this. And let's copy the format everywhere, like this. So you can see that there are certain cells that are red in color, and the moment you put in both the values, the colors change. So it's an excellent way of getting user input and aiding the user, creating a positive user experience to make sure that they are able to spot what values they are yet to put and make sure that there are no mistakes that happen.